back to, there's a lot of difference between business plans. And if we just say you have to submit a business plan, we're never having the opportunity to really say it's a good business plan or it's not. Unless we somewhere are gonna have a hearing. That's the only problem. Just
I
making
agree.
it
I think we should have a hearing. I don't think that anyone should have a cultivation facility or a dispensary without.
Should we make that after they've gotten a successful application, turn it in and everything is there, as we're reviewing it for clarification, being able to ask questions before the lottery?
The question, I think that somewhat comes to
I
a
would-
question of numbers.
That's what you're gonna get into.
Or
This is-
whether or not they've met the minimum criteria?
There will be minimum criteria.
Right.
I mean, and however high of a bar you want to set for that.
Sure.
I wouldn't suggest having hearings before a lottery because, to your point, the lottery
All right.
narrows down. I mean, you could conceivably be having hundreds of hearings. In this way, you would only be having a hearing if there are 4 permits available in zone X. You would only be having hearings up to the point you fill those 4 slots.
Right.
So,
That's only.
Well, I say that, we go back and we've got our minimum criteria, but we don't have the details of the expectation.
right.
You gotta have a security plan. Well, we have to outline that. And I think that's, we're creating a skeleton, if you will, and we need to go back and get the details down of exactly what the expectation is for the minimum criteria. And then at that point,
So can we take, like, say, one point model and apply it to dispensaries like we did with cultivation? Like the rubric and all that kind of stuff?
You can go the same path. I mean, I think she's effectively, what Mayor almost outlined was effectively the same thing, standards. It's gonna, I guess the question is, do we have to get to a true rubric where we score things 1 to 10? Or are we just gonna say, these are the standards? Do you at least, I'll say preponderance, 51% meet that standard or something like that?
Well, you could ask them to provide a business plan, security plan, financial plan, things of that nature. Make them have it on file, go to the lottery. You're ultimately going to question them and have them in front of the top 4 in the lottery, for instance. And you'll be able to look at the business plan and figure out whether or not it's a valid business plan. If it's not, you don't have to grant a permit.
Right.
And
'Cause
then
I
you
think
can
there
move
has to
on.
be some merit to, because then if you don't, you're just gonna have all kind of dispensaries going up without any regulations, Just fill out the minimum requirements, put your number in, hope your number to be called.
Well, right, and then, to that point, there are going to be pretty stringent requirements on these outlets that they're gonna have to meet on a day-to-day basis. But to your point, getting there, you don't want somebody that can't
Right.
meet those.
Right.
Checking a box that said they can meet the
Meet it,
security
yes.
plan is different than talking to somebody saying,
What is your-
how well do you understand how you're going to get to the point of meeting your security plan? I
Right.
think that's where I look at the difference. I would rather
totally
have
agree.
that chance to ask that question. How are you really gonna implement this, or what's the plan to implement versus just, yes, I can meet the security plan put forth by, the requirements put forth by ABC, or something like that. That's at least my thought.
I totally agree with you. I think that we need to be detailed in understanding how they're gonna meet those requirements without just a checking box.
Okay. So,